welcome back to the farm. We got a fair amount to do today. We're just sort of well, we need to get this hay rode up and baled, and we need to get the barley straw baled, and we need to collect both up. So yeah, it really is a fair amount of work to do. But we should get it all done. We've got plenty of time to get it all done. And yeah, it's been a good harvest. The soybeans were the soybeans came in well, as you guys saw last time, and we made a good number of soybeans off last time. They're all nicely stored, and yeah, and thanks to Dad for the help on that, we got all of that in. And yeah, it's just a case of rowing up this grass. This grass is nice and dry. It's actually fairly late in the day at the moment, and I wanna get this rowed up because we've got some rain forecast in the next 24 hours. And basically, I don't want this this hay or the straw that we've got, the barley straw we've got, getting wet. It means that it'll rot down a bit, and so we're in a little bit of a rush to get this done. As I said, it is late in the day. I want to do this before the dew falls, and we've got just enough time to do that. So yeah, it's basically getting out here, getting the job done, and getting it baled up and done and dusted. And if we can do that, then we'll be good. I'm going to do a couple of headlands on this, just to keep things nice and simple for us. And it works. This is a nice coon rower. You've seen me use this before, but it works really well. It helps to speed things up. Again, it's probably a little bigger than you'd find on most farms of our size, but it is all about having one man working on this, and therefore wanting to get this done as quickly and as easily as possible. So we've tended to invest in equipment here that is, you know, that little bit bigger, but means that one person can get this all done. And it's not going to take us very long to row this up, as you can see. We're just going to finish this second headland here, and then we're going to take this up and start going up and down the field. And yeah, as you can see, it really isn't much left to do. So after this, we're going to go and get our baler. Once we've got our baler out, we're going to go and get this baled up. We're going to get the other field baled up, and then we're going to use our auto stacker to collect it all up, because none of this needs to be wrapped at all either. So let's lift this, and we'll just disengage that, because if you don't, it does tend excuse me, it does tend to catch the rows, and we want to try and avoid that. We've got another field of grass to get done. Over the other side, we've got actually a pretty huge field of grass to get done. Again, we'll probably split that into half hay and half silage. Although, having said that, we have that entire hillside up there. It doesn't quite produce as well, but it should produce enough for us to get that. And I think what we'll probably do, think about it, is rather than split the other field, we'll get that done as hay, and then we'll do the rest as silage, and that will then give us a good amount of silage and a good amount of hay. Obviously silage we have a little bit less space for in the shed, because we can only stack it one level high, whereas this, the hay, we'll be able to stack too high because of our bale stacker, or our bale collector, I should say. There we go. Yeah, got one more row off here. So we're going to go and then put this back to the farm and switch over. And we're going to use the 7R for the baling, because it does it that much quicker. This tractor will do the baling. We can bale with this, but the 7R just handles it that little bit better. Turn that off, turn ourselves around. Just disengaging the PTO each time just works a little bit better for us. So there we are. That is this hay all rowed up and ready to bale. So that did not take us very long at all. I'm quite happy to say. All done. So let's pull that up and fold that in. We'll take this back to the yard and we'll just stop the tractor in the yard and then go and grab the 7R, which is working very nicely still, as is this 7710. Right, there we go. Rounded in, and we'll just park this. So our baler's there, so I don't want to get in the way. So I'll park in the grass here. There we are. Perfect. So yeah, it's been a good few days. We, as I said, we have one last crop. We've just got the corn to do, so we'll be getting at that in the next couple of days. It's not quite there, and the rain will mean that it gets a bit wet. So it's probably going to be a couple of days before we get to that. But in general, we should be onto that in not too distant future. And then of course we start on preparing the fields for the next season. We want to get it all cultivated. Well, actually, we want to get it ploughed. We'll get our plough out after that and start working on the fields. And that's going to take us a little while. Put that up. There we go. And away we go. So the other advantage of using the 7R for this is that it does just do it so much faster. And the speed on this means that we get the job done that much quicker. We're able to sort of just zoom around and get everything done and dusted and really just able to cover everything really, really quickly. Which I'm always very happy about. I'm always happy when we're doing stuff that is efficient on the farm. If we can do that, then we're doing well, and that means that we will always have a make a good amount of money from what we're doing. That is the advantage of having several pieces of equipment and sort of, but equipment that will allow me to do this in my own way. And as swiftly as possible. There we are. And as we expand, I think eventually if we manage to expand the farm here, what we'll end up doing is possibly hiring help again, simply because the farm will be big enough. We will have to possibly get another tractor if we do that. Probably not as new as this, because this tractor is, this tractor we are still paying off. It is pretty expensive. We certainly don't need anything bigger than this, so maybe a slightly older 7000 series would be a good fit if we were to do that. But at the moment, that is our long-term plan. That's a long way for the future, and we'll have to see what the future holds for that in order to do that kind of thing. But certainly that is in my long-term plans. Fields and land specifically comes up for sale around here on a fairly reasonable time frame. So I want to make sure that if it does come up, we don't miss an opportunity for that. And I will keep you guys actually informed should anything come up, should anything appear in our radar for that. We're able to I'm able to let you guys know. Right, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to do alternate rows, because it's easier for us to get turning. And our baler is working really, really well. We do have a bale at the end here, so we're going to have to turn and try and miss that. There we go. Oh, good. Oh, very good. I'm pleased with this. It's going at a really good, decent rate. We're going nearly 20 miles an hour doing this, which is probably a bit fast for baling, but the baler seems to be handling it fine. Let's lift that and drop it down again. Yeah, I don't want to jam it, but the feed. Looking at the feed, It's going in, yeah, it's flowing in rather nicely. And we are spitting out bales at a good rate as well. I'm going to take it around here, get that bit. Curl around. Very nice. One last strip. Then we can go and get this collected. And that will then be our hay bales all done. Which is fantastic news. I'm really, really pleased with that. And then we need to get onto the straw bales as well. Alright, so turn that off. Unload the baler. There we go. Hold it up and away we go. So we'll head back to the yard. We're going to switch the 7710 over now onto the bale collector. And then the last thing we'll do today, well, we'll then get the bales collected and get the hay bales into the barn. And then once we've done that, what we want to do, we need to park this. We'll park this beside because we're going to go past in a minute. There we go. Let's look at those two tractors together. That is pretty awesome. I really, really like the look of those two. Right, we want to get this out of the way. So I'm going to park this back in the shed. Let's go in here. Now the thing about this windrower, it has steering on the rear wheels, so it tends to turn a bit faster when you're reversing. So it can go a bit faster than you're expecting a lot of the time, which can be quite disconcerting. There we go. And away we go. Right, back over this way. And we'll get our bale collector. Now we could use the 4240 for this, but I kind of like to leave that in the yard. It works much better as a yard tractor. We are going to put the we're going to put the hay bales basically exactly where we've just pulled this out of. Because that then gives us gives us 2 rows. We get a row for wheat bales, we get a row for barley bales, and we get a row for hay bales, and then we get 2 rows for the silage bales. But as I said, they are only 1 stack high, not 2, and that is why we need 2 rows of space for them in the barn. Right, get that collected. There we go. Get into the tree line here. Get that one. There we are. The hand does not grab unless it's absolutely ready to load the next one. The hand doesn't grab, so you have to be a little bit careful of that. Nudge that one with the wheel a little bit, and that will then get into the clamp. I think, yeah, I'm happy with this. What I'm going to do, I think, is this will probably be what we do in this vlog. Just sort of the whole process of us rowing up the hay and doing this. I want to do some work with cows. I want to take you guys on a tour of the cows and show you the herd. Next time, I think we'll see if we can do some work with our cows next time. I'm going to get the barley straw baled up soon and get that out of the way. I don't want to leave that sitting in the field too long. As I said, we've got rain coming, so I want to make sure that we get that collected up. So I'll probably go and do that after this. But as I said, it's getting late in the day, so I'm running out of time, and picking it up after the dew has fallen is going to be almost as bad as picking it up after the rain, especially if it's not too bad a shower. But I'm going to keep a close eye on the weather forecasts. Right, one more bale, and that will then do us. coming from this way. So, there we are. And then once that does that, fold that back up. Head back. I don't think we've got any, nope, we've got no more hay bales on the field. We have a rough idea of how many we've got off this, because it should be a similar sort of number to the number of silage bales we got out as well. So skirt around the back of here. And yeah, basically straight down the middle here. We'll pull this to the point where we're nice and central. And I want to be... Ooh, no, that's not going to do it. I want to be careful because I don't want to put this so far. Fortunately, we don't have so many that it's going to cause us a problem with the barley bales when we come to unload those. Right, I think we want to be about here-ish. Definitely don't want to be putting these in the pond there. Let's see where we are. I'm going to bring that forward ever so slightly. Let's unload those there. And they're off. There we go. Go check that out. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'm glad I did it where I did. Those are closer than I would probably like to the pond, but they're good enough. Those are nicely unloaded, and I'm happy with that. So actually, that is probably a pretty good vlog for today. I'm quite happy with that. I'll go and take the 7R out now and get the barley bales all baled up. And then next time, hopefully, I'll be able to take you on a tour of our cattle and our dairy cows and tell you a little bit about them. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.